Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Welcome in, everyone. I know why I say welcome in. I never say welcome in. But I did, so we're all with it. Hello, good guts. How's it going? Doing well? And it's going all right. Hello, Fraxis. How are you as well? Hope you guys doing well. You know, I'm doing all right. It's Wednesday. And, you know, which means I need to already be figuring out what the hell I'm making a video for on Sunday. That's, you know what? That is the worst part of the week every time. Figuring out what the hell I can make a video of. I don't know. I hate it. It's the worst part. It was so easy when I had like a series going, like when I had to the building series, like, oh yeah, I know what to do next because it's a series. But when I'm doing like a proper new separate video every time, like, what is there? What is there in PCG that I was left to make? What is there in non-PCG that I should make? I don't know. ChatGPT isn't helpful. Any PCG is great, yeah, but I've covered everything. I don't know. Like everything that can be covered, you know, quickly. Obviously, like people want me to make like a full city generation, but that's never gonna happen. So, yeah, it is what it is. Also, I had a big I told you so moment today where I've been telling someone something for a long time, and finally I got to have the I told you so moment. Basically, I didn't actually tell them I told you so, but because I felt like that wasn't the right time or place, but we both knew. And it felt good. Good to me. You're still working at implementing PCG biomes with your runtime landscape generation? Nice. Trying to see if data table would work better than assets like biome core sample uses. There's one thing I could do. Like some people have asked me about like level instancing and using that with PCG. Well, I don't know what I can add to it. Like, you've already made tutorials on it, so I don't know what I can add to that. Really. Same thing with runtime generation. I don't know what I could possibly add. Procedural levels, yeah, I've seen a few tutorials on that time. Yeah. What I want to figure out is I mean, what I want to figure out is just it's still not it's just not possible yet easily. Which is I just need information about surrounding stuff. I would have loved to do a dungeon generation based on pathfinding and stuff like that. A 3D dungeon generation setup. But that doesn't work great. Yep. I'll just figure something out. I need to figure out like maybe I could do some kind of game mechanic. Maybe I'll show us some game mechanic. Let's go to game mechanic. I'm making a game with a lot of game mechanics, but I don't know any good game mechanics. Does that make sense? Because I am realizing how silly that sounds that I think about it. Here's a game with game mechanics. Ah, shit, I don't know any game mechanics to make a tutorial for. State trees? No, there's already a really good tutorial series for state trees that I have personally followed. So it'd be weird for me to make a tutorial on state trees after following another person's state tree tutorial. Right? I haven't added anything like amazing or special to it since then. I'm just using... I have a tutorial on PCG Loops Guts. I already have a tutorial for that. I've done it. It's there. People just don't watch them. I have one that's like 5.3 version, which is the like using a custom node piece of loops, which isn't, you shouldn't do that these days in 5.4 plus, and I like a proper loops video in 5.4. And then the entire building series of 5.4 uses loops all the time. So there's like tons of loop content. There, and like even aside from that, like I use loops just everywhere. So yeah, I'm sure like a lot of just tutorials in general will have loop content depending on what I'm doing. So yep. One thing I was thinking about doing is like a very simple game mechanic that just uses PCG to spawn things, and then you'll spawn like a grid of pressure plates. As you walk over them, it will it'll update the color. It'll update the color of the pressure plate, and when all of them match. To like, let's say it cycles, goes to like say red, green, blue, white, red, green, blue, white, red, green, blue, white. When you touch one, it'll do that one and the ones next to it, right? You know, that kind of puzzle game. But if you get them all to be the same color, it'll open the door of that color, and they'll be like 3 doors, a red door, a green door, and a blue door. Maybe something like that could be fun. Spawn the pressure plates procedurally using PCG. Have it work that way. I think something like that could be fun. I don't know. Like a gameplay related PCG thing. I think that's my recent idea. I don't know if I have time to design it by Sunday though. It's the only thing. We'll see. We'll see. Especially with this heat. Okay, it's like 75 where I'm sitting. I'm gonna guess 75, 76. It's not good because it's 73 where the thermostat is, and I know it's hotter here because I'm next to the computer. Why didn't I hook up the air conditioner yet? I do this to myself because the problem is the hottest time is when the sun is setting, and when the sun is setting is when I stream. And so when I don't stream, I don't think about it because I am not actively being hot. So it's just terrible. Do you think there's anything specific you'd want to know about related to PCG specifically? There's really not anything. Like, the thing is, I want to do more varied content anyway. But I want to, I mean, need to. So maybe the pressure plates thing could be fun. Because it'll also show how do you change colors on a PCG graph of something. Could be like a way of doing it. I'll need to figure stuff out. Yeah. I'll need to figure stuff out. Anyway. Spiders. It's procedure generating realistic mountains. That'd get it hella complicated. Yeah, that's not a simple thing. If you're going like full like procedural like mountain generations, that's not PCG anymore. Right? That's that's just its own thing because you're not using you can do landscapes, but really when I was looking into how did people make procedural like infinite landscapes, they weren't using landscapes. They were using geo that they were modifying to then assemble. For what I found, they weren't using the actual like landscape actor that is infinite. So that was interesting to find out. So, but spiders. Oh, working with spiders. By working with spiders, I mean we got the spider working yesterday. 4 phases, but the one thing that we didn't get working well is the spider. 2 things. One, he doesn't see me for some reason. And 2, if I kill the spiderlings while they're in the air, they just die in the air. So let's start with fixing the fact that mobs that are in the air and die in the air should fall to the ground and then... Right, they should fall. Hey, Sir Martin, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Your spider scurry? I'm sorry. But they're also cute. They're cute scary, and you need to respect that. Spiders remind you of the big thing in Gears of War? I've never played Gears of War, so I don't know. I've never been a Xbox person, and Gears of War was only ever an Xbox, so I've never played it. I've never seen. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of it like a long time ago, but that's it. A friend of mine works on Gears of War. It's kind of cool. Never played GOW either. Which is, I read that as God of War. When you put in GOW, I think God of War, not Gears of War. I'll be honest. Which, by the way, I played the first God of War remake because I played all the originals. I played the first God of War remake. I enjoyed it. I played on the highest difficulty. There was one part that I really did not like. And then I played the new one, Ragnarok, and I barely finished it. I really disliked the Ragnarok. Like the writing, like I'm not a writing guy, but geez, like the writing especially, it was just oh, it was bad. I didn't like it. So a lot of people liked it, but for me, it was just. I was like, let me just get to the end. The only reason I didn't quit mid run, which I normally would, is because it was God of War. I was like, maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get better. Because I played all the originals plus the first remakes. I'm like, I was hopeful. Nope. So you haven't played God of War as well, so that works out. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I did not like the new God of War. Okay, so we're no longer checking if he's on ground. But why does your gravity... Hold on. Soul Siphon. Spawn the blood pool. Disable movement. Stop all animation overrides. Jump to node. Defeat it. Hide the health bar. Set collisions on death. This should not happen here. Well, it should happen here. Yeah, it should go happen here. Making the opening area of your game lush island jungle with ancient temples and broken rock is hard, but pretty. Nice. Immediately as you started describing it, I don't know why, I started imagining games like Tomb Raider and the male Tomb Raider guy, whose name I forget. That's why I don't know why. That's where my mind went immediately. I need to remove this whole gravity scale stuff. We're not doing stuff with gravity scale. It's probably what's messing with me. So let's do that. Build Tomb Raider, yeah. No, not Indiana Jones. He's a Sony guy. Same games basically, but Sony's. It's a guy from Uncharted. That guy. The guy from Uncharted, I remembered. Drake, yeah, I think that's his name. That. Okay, can I delete gravity scale now? No. Where do I have all this used still? Oh, the knock-up stuff. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. Yeah, let me just get rid of all this. I don't have the knock-up and all that. It's not good. Delete all of that. Thank you. I don't need this event dispatcher. I'll knock down those. The name sounds strange when you say it out loud. Why? If I knew a guy named Drake, you would think him as a dragon? I mean, I guess. There's a lot. Because Drake's and dragons, I guess. You think he's a rapper? That's because you know a rapper named Drake. Where do I have... You know what I don't like? Is when I search gravity here, right? I find it. This is great. It's under utility. But if I now reset this, it closes everything. So now I have to reopen everything. Why? Why can't I just have it be the same as it was when I reset it? Right? I just want to know. Yeah, it's annoying. You search your variables all the time. That happens. Yeah, I typically try to avoid searching variables because that happens. Because yes, it's not very many clicks to get it back, but I'm just lazy. No, I'm just lazy. Okay, so why? Let's go back to the event graph. So this is what it should the swap. But I think they're not falling anymore. Oh, there he goes. This way. So, So why don't they fall? I'm not messing with the gravity or anything. Let's double check. On death. The canvas icon. So next boss. Spawn XP. This is just drops. Card drop for the boss. Why am I doing this check here? Why am I not doing it here? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. You don't need any more. How is it that... Why does he not fall? Hey, Marcio, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Play a VR game called Farpoint that had alien spiders that were the same size in relation to the player, and it was such an amazing game. Nice. Sounds like fun. It's not only the clicks. You gotta scroll to the bottom each time too, because it resets to the top. Yeah, it also depends where you have open. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, reopening it isn't a big deal, but depending on what you have open and how much you have open, you'll need to also get back to the same spot. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Why do they not fall? I'm confused. That's the only gravity-related thing here. Oh, some stuff. Gravity. I don't get it. See, this one guy making his own game engine. You don't understand why Unreal and Unity could do everything, I think. Some people just want to. And no, not every game engine can do everything still. But there's so many game engines that you can just use one that is for your specific thing. We're here recreating some superhero locomotion mechanics for VR. So far, you got Iron Man and Spider-Man working. Super fun. Nice. Sounds like it could be fun. If I don't do this, if I don't do the swap, are they just going to be there? I've done architectural visualization in VR in Unreal Engine 4 at the time.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I missed the timing. been playing VR for about a decade. I always wanted to make a game. VR is just natural fit for you. Nice. Yeah, I played a few games on the Oculus Rift that were pretty fun. I don't even know how Oculus they migrated the I think did they move it to the Meta Store? I think they moved it to well, I'm gonna see if I can log in and take a look at the old games I used to play. Check your email. Okay. Send me a code. Oh, you didn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, fine. You didn't lie. I remember I got an email like a while back that's like, all your Oculus Rift stuff is going to go. You have to like set it up with Meta account, or it's all gonna go bye bye. I'm like, I don't want to go bye bye, even though I don't use it anymore. Technically, I don't have it anymore. How do I look at? Returns? No. How do I look at my own games? Like I look at my returns and stuff, but I just want to look at my apps and games. I want to shop. I want to see mine. Why is this so difficult? Jesus Christ. I just want to look at what I have. Why is the Meta website such garbage right now? Holy shit. Only reason I'm not showing it on screen is because I don't know the website, so I don't know what it's gonna like, show. And I just have my full name here, so I also don't want to show that. How do I okay, I guess I can do. I can just look at. My purchase history, I guess. Procedural Menezes Mines. Yeah, that's it. So the last game I played in VR, no, the last game I purchased, correction, was Super Hot VR, which is a great game. Super Hot VR is a fantastic game. Last time I purchased anything for VR was December 24th on Christmas Eve in 2016. Before that was I Expect You to Die, which was a great game. I Expect You to Die was a great game. Eagle Flight by Ubisoft was actually really fun. Because I played it as a demo at one point, and I picked it up, but no one was playing it, so it really needed people. Edge of Nowhere is another one. Let's see if I can pull these games up. You know what I can do? I think. I wonder who that guy is.
Got cute. Got cute. Come on.
Super Hot VR is a great game.
Oh man.
Great game.
Oh,
Super Hot VR is a great game. That video 8 years ago. Now, one, I Expect You to Die is also a great game. I can't show myself on this one. But basically, it is like a mini escape room, as though you're James Bond, and you, it's really fun. Like, genuinely, it was like a really fun. It was a very long game. But it's like it's a pretty fun game where you have like a bunch of missions. So you have to escape from the car. In this one, there's like and you have a bomb. Yeah, it's a good game. Recommend it. 7 years ago, came out. Doesn't matter. I still would recommend it. Eagle Flight was personally, I found it super fun for VR. It's a Ubisoft, from 9 years ago, but you play as the bird. This is your point. You're not the point of view of that bird. You're just following that bird in this point. This is you. You are just navigating as flying through this environment. And you might think you would get motion sick. At least in the time I was playing it, it was so much fun just flying around. And it had a competitive multiplayer thing. But when I ended up getting it, no one was playing it, pretty much. But I played it during GDC one year. I was at GDC and and we just tried it out, and it was just so much fun. And I was like, oh yeah, when it comes out, I'll get it. Yeah, never really went anywhere.
PlayStation.
Another one is Edge of Nowhere. Eight years ago. This is Edge of Nowhere. This is at the time. This was a horror game, by the way. This is a VR horror game. I mean, it's not that horror, but it is technically a horror game. I didn't know it was a horror game. But it was like a third-person VR experience. It was pretty fun. I don't know if I can. Most of it wasn't horror, though. Most of it was just adventure. But you can see. Yeah, there you go. Look up Hell Sweeper's got a favorite locomotion system, and it's insane. I'll check it out. But yeah, this is Edge of Nowhere, which was also pretty fun. Chronos. I don't remember playing Chronos. What is Chronos? I think it was a demo. Maybe I played. Did I play Chronos? I don't want to know. Yep. Yep. I tried Chronos. I never beat it, but I tried it. Yep. This is Chronos. I never beat it because I guess I didn't like it enough at the time. So back then I played a decent amount of VR, as you can tell. It was cool, but this headset was the only headset I've ever had. I got rid of it when I came to Canada, so I had it up to 2022. Oh my god! Okay, here's a VR game that if you've never played, I really recommend. The Climb. The Climb is so good, especially because I think at the time when this came out, I didn't have it didn't have the hand controllers, but with hand controllers, which is what I eventually got, like it's just a rock climbing game, and it's just super fun. It's nice, simple rock climbing, but it just has like nice aesthetics. Would recommend.
That works.
8 years ago. Horizon Call of the Mountains very close to this. Yeah, I imagine it has some stuff like that, but this is. And you can see if I go back, like, where was it? When I look to the right. Look at the right. Like, there's once you get to the tops and stuff, like it has pretty, like, look at that. Like, it has good, like, pretty views. Like once you get to the top, and just different areas. And again, VR. Fun. Yeah, I think that was the first one I ever got. So basically, 2016 is when I played VR, and that's it. That's all. Yeah. You like the mountain climbing version of QWOP? That was not a QWOP version. Oh, you just mean there is a mountain? Oh, I didn't know there was one. Grr. Why would it be called something differently? It's QWOP was named QWOP because of the buttons you press. Pressing like GIRP like does not seem very convenient if those are the buttons. I figured to VR there's some recommendations of games I've played and I enjoyed. Now what the hell do we do? Okay, so we turned off the delay. Let's see if they still so they still don't fall. So they still don't fall. Why? Something's going on. Or does it take damage? Modified death. Last chance death. But why? Is it because I do stop active movement? So that shouldn't be it. If I don't do anything on death. You press other buttons for GURP. Send us video idea how to make VR games using PCG. Easy peasy. I don't know how to make the first thing about making VR games, let alone with PCG. Okay, so he did fall. Okay. So he did fall. So it is something here. Let's find out what the hell it is. Okay, still no longer falling. Oh, it's this. It's this. It's the disable movement that I added because they would continue to rotate. And that's probably what's causing it. Yeah, okay. But then I need to check that they no longer spin around. Still. Okay, no, they're not rotating. Okay, I think that was the fix. Okay. I think that part is fixed now. Back. Use PCG to make a backroom style level for your VR community mod. Nice. That's why you're here. Yeah, they fall to the ground now. Excellent. And it doesn't seem like they're actually doing anything afterwards, which is good because I think the state tree. I think I've done enough with the state tree now that it fixes all of the stuff. So awesome. Okay, that part's fixed. The next part to fix is why the hell is he not aggroed on me? Why do I have to walk closer? Because, and I asked this, because he should be not here, not at idle, and not at close quarters, not in death, so you should be here. It should be here. So let's find out what's going on. We can use the debugger. So Y was right here. It's black, basically. What is going on here? Get distance to player. So here, close quarters fails. Yes, correct. Idle group fails because of the compare. Yes. Chase flow compare. It enters. It fails. Try enter route. Wait. What? Hold on a second. Excuse me? Chase player. Here, it fails. It fails the route. Oh, why do I have this here? Well, there's your problem. Goodbye. Do I still need distance to player? Dash distance. I need to. Okay, so that should fix it. There we go. Now we're good. Now he immediately finds me. Which is good, which is what we want. Now, one thing we should want to happen is this GW that I can, for the love of me, I cannot remember what the GW stands for, even though I've had it for so long. I've said the words so many times, but I can never remember what it stands for. I'm terrible. Which is basically when you have it, it's you know, it's like Path of Exile, where if you don't move, no one senses you. You're safe, or until cooldown ends. So that way, if you load in, but you aren't loaded in because your computer's slow or whatever reason, then you don't have to worry about getting attacked for like a minute. So we need to set that up. So what we need to do is, I think we get a tag for that. If I go to the player, GW, what is it? Where is it? What is it? What's it called? Not here. Visualization. Grace cooldown. Grace window. GW grace window. God damn it. That's what it is. Damn grace window. So we do have the grace window gameplay tag. So what we need to do basically is on all our enemies, we want to tell it to not do have it check for grace window, and if it selects it, then it goes to idle. So let's see. Can we just do it add a child state? Grace window check. Right after idle. I want to add you. Let's do utility. That's fine. Let's leave it default. So what we want to do is add a condition. It has to hashtag. Now, let's see if we can get this container. So I want to do from actor, game mode reference, player reference, gameplay tags. And we're going to check that the player, actor, game mode reference, player reference, oh, no. For tag, I specify the tag. which is Grace window. So if he has this tag, right, if to enter it, it goes to specifically to idle state. So idle group, it'll go to idle state, which has no conditionals. And then this is on state completed, so I'll just add a little task here. It's going to delay task for 0 seconds. So it basically is just transitional task. I guess I could do state linked. No, that's fine. So theoretically, he should be idle right now. And he is. He's not going to me. I have the GW cooldown, and if I move, he immediately comes for me. Yes! It's that easy! The Grace window is back! The Grace window's back. Let's wait for it to run out also, just to make sure that if it naturally runs out, he'll still find me. But it should. And we'll need to add this to all the enemies. The Grace window check. Yay! I like it when things work. It's good when things work. Okay, it's almost there. And it's over. And exactly when it's over, he comes to me. He comes to me. Yeah, I know, Good Guts. You don't like it when things work. But I do. Okay, so that means we just need to now go to the state trees and add it to absolutely all of them. Yay. Copy. Paste as children. So this will always go after idle. Idle state. It's interesting that this one. Oh, why is the delay? Why is this reset? Okay, this is a bug, clearly. When pasting it in, for whatever reason, the values do not get pasted in. I have to set this to 0 again. Why? I copied it at 0. This should all, yeah, this all copies over. But it's fine. This is children. We just set it to be 0 and we'll be fine. And then Good Guts will be sad because we're fine. Which, I'll be honest, brings me joy. Which further makes Good Guts more upset. Which further makes me have joy. You know, it's a cycle. It's a horrible cycle that I enjoy.
Here, pausing for ads.
Oh yeah. Also, Marcio, I don't use AI perception. What do you get joy from each other suffering? I mean, why do you get joy from my suffering, Guts? I think you should look into the mirror when you ask that question, and you'll understand the answer. Just look deep inside, and you will understand. We're not so different, you and I. We're both men. We both speak English. Practically the same person. For your backrooms enemy, you used the behavior tree system. Nice. Yeah, that's the one that's been around forever. Yeah, state trees are the new one, but you can absolutely use both. State trees are in beta though. Dissimilarities uncanny. I know, right? I mean, let's be honest here. Have you ever seen me and Guts in the same room at the same time? No, I don't think you have. For all you know, we're the same person. We're twins. So you have to look that up. Yeah, what you're seeing right here, Marcio, this is state trees. If you're wondering what I'm looking at here, this is state trees. See, I have all the stuff, like just even if they, I think if they just changed behavior trees to be just this format, it would already be an improvement. But this also like has a ton of stuff on top of it. That now that I'm familiar with it is awesome. It also makes it's a lot easier to, at least for me, to wrap my head around it. So I've been enjoying it. There's some stuff that obviously beta. Like when I paste a duration here that was set to 0, it's now set to 1 for whatever reason. So it ain't perfect. But, you know. Scat. Well, you also can just reuse stuff. That's the thing. You can't reuse stuff in other stuff. So what I mean is, for example, on... I don't do it on this one. Where do I do it? Movement? Yeah. So I just have this weight here. And things can just go, like this goes to weight and this goes to weight to the same node. You can't have multiple things go to the same node in behavior trees, which I never understood. Why not? But you can. Actually, I can put it. How do I do this? This. Now it's no longer complaining. And in my case, you can use this also with AI perception. But in my case, I realized there's really no reason for me to have AI perception, so I removed it. So this has no AI perception. We can have state tree component and state tree AI component, which uses state trees. So now every single enemy has its own custom tree, but I have sub trees that I put in that tree to make it more customizable. So I don't need to redo everything. I just redo the main logic of that enemy, which makes it nice and convenient. Okay, so that should be all of them. Is he turning? He doesn't move around. Is he... Is this idle working? I just realized. Idle state. Random wave select by utility. Oh, why do I have this check here too? Delete. This can go in here. Because this has no weight, so it shouldn't do it. Move around origin. I need some variables. First of all, I don't need distance to player. Pretty sure. No. So I can remove this. And then I can add a float, which is going to be move around origin. Wait, the default will be 1. And we'll do one more. And this is going to be look around. Wait, which is also going to be 1. Oh, and nothing has changed for anyone else. But if we want to, we can now change both of these, because I don't want to move around the spider. I want the spider to be where it is, where I place it. Look around, yes, but I don't want... But he's not rotating around. Why? He's not moving around either, technically. So, what's going on? What's going on? Debugger! What? Oh, okay. So it does the hashtag condition. So then it goes to grace window check. So then, but it does not go. Oh, I see. This you know what? Instead of this, I should have done this differently. I understand the problem. The problem is, instead of doing it this way, I should have made it here, enter condition, and put it in here. Let me actually undo that. I'm just so I can copy it at least. Copy idle group, hashtag, paste. That way it actually does paste all this. So now it will not and or. If I have the grace window, it still should not work, even though I removed it. Huh? Oh, because he was in the middle of idling. Okay, in that case, what we should do is do one of these. Instead. Because I want him to immediately gum to me, but I still want him to idle. So that's probably going to be the better way of doing it. So he's still idling, and then... Oh, now he's rotating. Now he's doing the proper thing. Okay. So then I need to do transitions. I want transitions to... I could send a gameplay tag event. Probably the best way of doing this. So on event, actually, I shouldn't do it here. It's fine to do it here. On event, transition to root is fine. And the event is going to be the race window tag. So what we need to do then is the player, when we do the clearing of the grace window, not the starting of the grace window, we have a clear grace window. This one. No, I can't send an event. Because I can't do... no, that won't work. Because I can't do an event for the player. Because it doesn't have state tree, obviously. So... I wish it wasn't on tick. Can I just say that? I wish it wasn't on tick. I wish it was like every point X seconds or something. Do this. Don't do it every tick. Do it like twice a second or like 1 or 5 times a second. I wish I could specify that. So if we don't have it, then immediately goes back and resets. So he should rotate. He does. Move, he immediately follows me. There we go. So that's what we wanted. Where he will idle, look around, do whatever he wants. We can have him walk around as well a little bit. Which might not, let's see how it looks if he like walks around when he idles. Could you cast that info to your player? No. So the problem is the way state tree notifications like that work is you go state tree, like the component. You need the state tree component, and then you can do send event. The problem is the state tree component is specifically on the enemies. I'm doing this from the player, so the player would need to have would need to find this state tree of every single mob in the entire game that's currently there, and then send an event to it, which just seems backwards, right? So I don't want to do that. I'd rather it go the other way, which is the enemies detect when the player is fine. So that's why. I just wish I didn't have to do it on tick. I wish there was another option, because in behavior trees, you could specify that you want something to trigger every, 20 milliseconds or whatever. So you could specify how many times a second you want it to trigger. You don't have that right now in state trees. Now, hopefully they'll add it, but at the current moment, you have no way. So that's why we're, slight workaround. Again, I'm putting it on tick, and I'm making a mental note for myself that it is on tick. But because this game will take a while to release, there'll be new Unreal Object updates released during that time. If I ever notice that, hey, we now have a way of doing it not on tick, but like let's say X amount of times per second, then I'll just swap them all over. Anything that was on tick will move to that, which is what I want. Because if I could check it like 10 times a second, that is more than enough. A 0.1 second delay on it noticing you, oh no, whatever will I do, I think we'll be fine. But for now, it is what it is. Okay. But that means that, once again, I have to copy all of this to everything. Paste this as children and delete this and this. again, thankfully, it is still relatively straightforward. So. But stuff like this, I do wish there was a better way to propagate it to everywhere, but I haven't figured out a better way of doing it than pasting it all, basically. What I would love to be able to do, really, is have a tree as a parent to another tree. That's what I would love. Where in like the top tree, I could be like, okay, all of them have this group, and this group. And then in the child, I can't do anything about those groups. But I can put things in them, for example. Like I can customize the stuff in the groups or add more groups or whatever, but I can't remove them, right? Or I can't change them. Or maybe I can modify them. But I'd want to be able to do that. And then I can be like, okay, let me just add this to the parent group or the parent state tree. And then all of these state trees, like all the children ones, would have it in the same spot, in the same setups and everything. So like that would be awesome. But that's, wishful thinking right now. So we'll carry on as we were. It'll be fine. While I'm doing this, I am trying to think of Sunday's video. How would I do my little game thing? If I want the pressure plate type stuff. If I did it... Oh, I think I just figured out a way of doing it. I'll write it out after I finish copying this, but I think I have a solution. Without spawning actors, like keeping them as static meshes and having them change colors and all that. I think I can do it. Using a new PCG method that I haven't shown on the channel yet, too. So, right, what I was thinking is we have, let's say, a 3x3. I made the top ones too big, and I got lazy making them as big, so they're not. The bottom ones are clearly smaller. So let's say I have a 3x3, and let's say we step on this one, and I make this one red, and then I make these all red, and then I would step, let's say, on this one, or actually let's say I step on this one, so then this one will become red, but then this one will become green. And then this one would become red. Right? You see where this is? And if I stepped on this one, then this one become blue. This one would be green, green, and red. So that's the color changing. And that we can do the color changing while keeping them as static meshes by assigning a custom thing to them. I believe. I think there's a way of doing it that I remember seeing. But assuming I can do that, the question then becomes, how do you because this is going to be in just a PCG graph that's in the world, not dynamic material. This is not going to be in a blueprint. I want oh no, it will need to be in a blueprint because I'll need to add variables. So it will be in a blueprint, but I will not be using dynamic material instances, because a dynamic material instance will apply that material instance to every copy of the mesh, because they're all going to use the same mesh. But I want the different look on them per instance. A dynamic material instance will apply the same thing to all of them. So, assuming that I have, like, that part will work, and I'll need to test it, but I think I know a way of doing it. What I will need to do basically is use a the post blueprint functions in PCG, not BF. I combine blueprint with functions and put BF. Right, blueprint functions. And what I can do is on this one, I can check what color all of these are. And then if they're equal to X, you know, do Y. Right? If they're equal to Y, do Z, or, you know, whatever else, right? And then I can basically make it so let's say a door unlocks or whatever else. I don't have a door that I can unlock, but depending on how much time I have to set it up, it'll either have something appear or disappear, or whatnot. The real problem with this, by the way, isn't setting this up. It's the fact that I will need to solve this or add a way of cheesing the solve and forcing it to be a certain thing. Because I'll tell you this, I'm not good at these puzzles. Even though I'm designing this puzzle, I'm not good at these puzzles. So the tutorial, I'll either need to figure out a way of solving it that's easy, or and maybe I'll no, if I do it 2x2, it's not gonna make it easier. Or yeah, or I need to make an override thing. But this is the idea of how I potentially could make it work using a post blueprint functions that gets the material that's currently gets the material / the information that is being used by the material. I think I could. And it will be a new thing for PCG that I have not shown on the channel. And it's game stuff.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Which is good. I think it's a win-win. I hope. And after the ads, we'll test out inside the actual game whether the grace window is working now. It should be, but it'll be good to test. You missed the whole PCG color explanation? It's okay. You can rewind on YouTube. YouTube's got you. What is sad? Just rewind. You're on YouTube. The beauty of YouTube. But you should still watch Sunday's video because, you know, it actually will tell you how to do it. You have FOMO? Good. So rewind and watch it. And then what you can do is watch at 2x speed, and then you'll catch up, and you'll miss nothing. And what do you mean you have FOMO and then you say you missed something? That you don't have FOMO, otherwise you would have missed it. Hold on a second. I'm on to you. Wait, what? What does ketchup have to do with anything? Oh, catch up. CATCH space UP. Ketchup. Not the stuff you put on burgers. Yes, that one. That's ketchup. But yeah, you just say ketchup, which sounds like ketchup. Ketchup, 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 ketchup. Yeah, you know, this is the whole native speaker thing where native speakers just speak faster, and our sometimes we'll just slur words together and it all makes sense still for native speakers, but then for non-native speakers it's like, what? So I get you, good guts. I can relate as learning Japanese. You watch most YouTube videos on 2x speed? I do. Depend tutorials. Any tutorial I will typically watch at least in 1.5x speed. Sometimes 2x. It depends on the speed of the person talking. Regular videos, like regular YouTube videos, non-tutorials, I watch at 1x speed. I don't like watching them faster. Like, I want to experience it as someone that has made it, like, wants me to. I'll be honest, Guts, it didn't seem like you were making a joke. It just seemed like you didn't know. So I think the joke didn't land. Which is okay. Look, it's okay. I understand that between last time and this time, you have now experienced rimming, and so now you know what that means. You don't have to pretend like you knew from behind at that time. But now you know what it means. From behind. Let's test it. I want to see mobs around me. Give me mobs. Okay, mobs are too far away. But I see the dots moving, which is great. I need to spawn in a way where I see mobs. Ideal. Like there. Yeah, they're not attacking me. Excuse me? No. Wait. Excuse me? Mr. Embertooth? Excuse me? What? What? But why? What? Why? What? What the hell? Oh, there we go. Scared there for a second. Problem is, I don't spawn close enough for them to. Okay, you know what? We can try. Where is the spawn room? Start room. Let's move the start location here. So I'm looking for mobs to spawn basically now on that side. Come on. You can do it. You know what it is? No. No, never mind. Why? But why? Why is this work? Why no work for... Sorla, come here. What's going on? What? How did you... Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why. It's because the player, by default, does not have the grace period on him. So the player spawns after the enemy spawn. He does not have the grace period. He gets in aggro range. And then he gets it. But at that point, it's too late. They're already in the movement combat section. So if we go with gameplay tags, if I add brace window here, and then inside of, I'll use the game instance. I need to give it also a grace window. And we go back to the hub and we do a few tests. No, that's not why. What gives? Oh, I need to also give it here. Braceman. One more try. The fact that they're all running to me means that didn't work. But why? I thought for sure that was it. Let's debug this. Wait, why aren't you attacking me now? All right, in here it doesn't have this problem. The problem is only here. Which tells me that it's something to do with the loading, I think. Can we please? Okay, can we just have something on the other side? Thank you. Oh my god. Hum hum hum. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? And it's so hard to test it. Because I need the specific enemy that I have open to be there. So let's go with Skeleton and Gruntling. I'll try it with those. No worries, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. So now I need either Skeleton or Gruntling and on that path. Gonna get it. That's not Skeleton or Gruntling, but it's that path. Oh god. That's not them. Oh, come on. Come on, you can do it. I believe. I know. It takes a few tries. Oh, Gruntlings. Gruntlings. Okay. Stop. Okay. So now we can see what's going on. So stop trigger transitions. What did it do? Grace window check. Enter condition has tag. No. It has player, left click, and right click. Wait. Why do I have player, left click, and right click only? That's not right. That's not right. Where am I? My gameplay text here has grace window. The other place I can think of that can do this. There's nothing in level loading? Wait, what? Is level related? Oh, level loading. There it is. Here, I remove any statuses. I remove any statuses. So what I need to do is remove the statuses, but re-add grace window. That's probably what it is. And then inside of the boss portal one, let me just double check that I'm not doing the same problem. No. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, because in the boss portal, I'd want to keep all my statuses if I had some, versus going to a next level. So now we need to find enemies that are next to me and see if they no longer chase me. Looks cool. Not what I wanted. What? No, 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 no. What? What just happened? Why did he run to me and then run away? I mean, he didn't attack me, which is the main thing. I don't know why he ran to me, though. Can we please just give me Just give me the other side. Give me left with some enemies, please. Left side with some enemies. Why are the enemies so far away? Give me the left side with some enemies that are close by. I should have been more specific. I know, that's on me. That's on me. Please. I mean, it seems like it's working, but I'd love to be even closer to the enemies, ideally. For a real test. But it seems like it's working. Yeah. Okay, it's working. They're not coming at me. And if I move, they're all coming at me. Yay! It works. It works. That explains why I was fine in testing, but not fine unloading the level, because I was freaking removing all the status. Which is, again, what I want to happen. But I did, but Grace Windows also status, and so it became a problem. So that is now working, which is great. I close you and you. It's you, because you all work now. Fantastic. The stuff that I added with the Grace window and other places I could keep, I think. That should be fine. This under combat. Okay, this I'm going to move under initialization. No reason not to. Okay, is there anything else that we need to set up or change? I think that's all we need to do. In terms of the bugs that were still left over from yesterday. So I think at this point, if we go to the spider room and we play, yeah, we're fine. Spider behaves as it should. Now, I want to also see what happens if he moves around, right? We wanted to see that, but we never re-enabled it. So if we come here, oh, move around portion weight is 1. Look around weight 0. I want him to move around. There we go. So now he's moving around. Okay, so we were just unlucky, right? If we just go back to this. Looks around. Look around. 50-50 chance. Okay, I think it's no longer... Oh, yeah, I guess if we just happened to be 4 times in a row. I think that I like that. I'll let them walk you around. Yeah. The one let me check that. Do I have a multiplier on it? Try to select an order. Wait, what? No, not you. Move around origin. This is away by utility. Utility is 1, and it has a 3x multiplier. That's why. It has a 3x multiplier on look around. So by default, move around origin way to be accurate to what it is now. Let's just give it like 0.5 by default. That does mean that because I made the mistake of copying the value for all the trees when it was overridden, I need to uncheck that box for all of this stuff. Because I made the mistake of, of having this checked on. Just go in here and then uncheck this. It's interesting that on these, resetting to default doesn't put that at the default of what it was, but at 0, the value is default. No way to edit them in a matrix selection? I don't think so. I mean, I've not tried, to be fair. So we can definitely try it right after this. But I doubt you'd be able to do this. Because that's asking, like, can you edit a behavior tree in a bulk matrix? That doesn't seem like something you'd be able to do. But, I mean, let's try it. What do we got? Nothing. Yeah, I didn't think so. Right, you can't add a behavior trees either, because it just doesn't make sense to. They're very custom. It would be the same thing as trying to add a blueprint in a behavior matrix. It doesn't read all the nodes inside of it, which is basically what you'd want to edit in a behavior matrix in this scenario. So we gotta do it manually. And the more mobs you have, the more times you'd have to do it. Which is my one gripe. Which is why I was saying that it would be great if I can have a child state tree, basically. What I want is a state tree that has, you know, let's say like a few, you know, nodes here. And then this is the parent one. But then I can go in afterwards and add whatever I want in the child. And then, but the parent still has the red. That's what I would love. And then, you know, no problem solved. We can update the parent. But until that happens, yeah. And I doubt this will happen, to be clear. I really doubt we would get this. This functionality does not exist with behavior trees, so chances are slim. But yeah, we're done. We're done with the giant spider boss. Which means we'll need to start thinking of what the hell to do with the next boss. We now have a 4-phase, 3 transitions, identical. 4-phase boss Oh, you know what? There is one other thing I wanted to change after the ads, which was the time, the breakpoints for the 4 phases. Because right now, phase 4, where all the spider webs comes out, is at 20% health, and I want it to be higher. So what we're gonna do is phase 2 right now starts at 20% down. I'm gonna make it at 15% down, so 85% health. So you only get it down 15% health. It will be in phase 2. Phase 3, I'm gonna say 60. So phase 1 is 15%. Phase 2 is 25%. Phase 3. So we're left with 60% health remaining. I could do 30-30. You know what? I'm going to make phase 2 a little bit shorter. 55%. So it'll be 15% and then 20%. And then I can make phase 3 30%. And phase no. I'd want phase 4 30%. 15%, 25%, 25%, 30%. Is that right? No, 15. 30. I typed all the wrong values. This will be at 65. Yeah, now 15, then 20. Then 30, then 35. So phase 1 is 15% down, and then you get transitions. If you knock it down an extra 20%, will be phase 2, and then 30% for phase 3, and then 35%. So the biggest phase, a third of the fight, is in phase 4. Is that too much? I like the fact I like this phase, and I think this phase is kind of cool as well. I think this is fine because we're kind of just making effectively the first 2 phases end up being 35%, a third of the combat. I think that's fine. Third of the combat is just base attack and attack and web. Main one being this one. Or main one a bit more. I could make it 10% is, you know, we could do 10, 15, 20, no, be, sorry. Maybe make it 10, 25, 30, 35. Have even less of a phase for the basic attacks. $10 and $25. Because the basic attack phase isn't the most interesting, obviously, because it's just regular attacks. The attacks and web is far more interesting. That seems better. That seems better. Each phase ends up being a little bit longer. So we're transitioning at 35%, 10%. The only thing that I might do is maybe I kill this spiderlings phase. Do I kill the spiderlings phase? I think I do, actually. I think we're going to change that. So to do that, basically when we go to phase 2, we don't do the spiralings phase. We just tell it to go to current phase ++. And then he will not do the spiralings phase. Let's test that. So right now he's doing only the attack of the basic attacks. Back here, I don't want you falling off. Okay. Was that 10% of your health? It's hard to tell. No, I don't think that's quite 10%. That will be 10%. Now he's going to start shooting without transitioning. So he got an extra attack now without transitioning to the next phase. So now he actually does like a more official transition. Excellent. And if I'm in a bad spot, he does kill me outright, which is good. I want him to kill me outright. You know, he just drops down and he crushes me through his sheer weight, basically. Slash, he's attacking going. I don't know. I wanted to do it, so we did it. I like that a lot more. The other thing I want to potentially do to help with performance is for the spiderlings, turn off cast shadows. We go to sprite. Turn off cast shadows. Let's see if it looks terrible. Honestly, no, it doesn't. It does not look terrible. It does look worse. Like, it does look considerably worse, though. Let's turn it back on. See how it is with the shadows. Yeah, with the shadows, it is. No, I gotta keep the shadows. It just looks. I can't kill the shadows. Yeah, gotta kill the shadows. Go back to the spider real quick. Where's the teleport and attack. Here it is. I want to see. Okay, the hit range start is 0 to 100. No, I wanted 0 to 0. Radius 300. 300 might be big. Because what's happening is if I landed, if I specifically was in front of it, then he would do damage to me. But we don't want to do just on top. We want to do below. So you need, like, let's say 200. So if you're kind of below, right below the spider, then he'll do damage. Oh, you guys can't see also. Changing the radius here. Let's do 300. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Depending on how it looks, we will decide. Interesting. So the radius was definitely... Why was it killing me? Why was it killing me before? Odd. I think radius can actually be increased, like to like 500 potentially. Damage. Oh, damage scale is 20. Yeah, so damage scale is 20, so that's correct. Oh, attack angle 360. Okay, let's see. Excellent. Now he kills me properly when he lands. You know what? I wasn't looking at the actual size of it after all that. Let's see a look at the size. A little big. A little big. So let's go a little bit lower. 450. I think these are like the final touches. Yeah, based off of where the the size of the shadow, I think that worked. That's our sweet spot. Can we turn this off? Okay. Excellent. Now I think we're good with the spider. Now I think we got everything. Now before I forget, let me turn my damage back to where it should be, which is instead of 150, 15, which is that. And also, right, I wanted to increase the damage on this attack because it's just not worth it anymore. So let's go back to E. So this heavy attack is a 3x multiplier. I'm going to put it back at 5x. I think we're going to move this attack back to being a 5x. It has really difficult to execute on a boss. Why? Oh, hold on. Why am I not? Why don't I have remove grace window on my attacks? Let's fix that. When we attack, on started, remove grace window. It's a bit of a mess right now here. It's fine. We'll manage. Can I move this up a little? There you go. Okay, so now that should fix that problem. As soon as I start attacking, so yeah, that's 5x versus 3x. Yeah, I think that's considerably better. So if I want to, I can take a hit or plan for a hit. So I can still use it, definitely. I know he's here, so I can plan this. So you know what? I can use it quite well if I try to. Here's the question I have: is do we increase the health of the boss? And I'm thinking to increase the health of the boss. Increase the health of the boss. Because in terms of time, like, it doesn't take me long to take him out, right? Like, I can kill him in, what, a minute? I feel like it should take longer. So you know what we're doing? Where's the spider? Character info. Max health. I just almost made it 50,000. 5,000. We're going from 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Yeah, so that's more of what I would I feel like I should expect from a boss. Like a basic attack just does a little sliver. Now, is that too much? Maybe. Do 50,000. Giving him... I think no one would even fight it. See, at 5,000, I feel like I am... Like, it's not an easy boss. I think 5,000 might be a little much still. But I feel like I am making progress. And this, again, keep in mind that this is without any power-ups. So if I was to, let's say, get a few power-ups, let's say I got a damage boost, a crit chance up, and a crit damage up. Like, I got 3 damage upgrades going into the boss, right? Which you would get 3 cards, and you could choose those potentially, right? So assuming I crit, like, I should do a good amount of damage. I definitely do more damage now. Not by much, but... Right, like, I feel like I'm making good, like, decent progress. Especially, like, already I have, what? Good amount there. So I think this is probably going to be around the right spot. Maybe, like, 4,000. But let's, again, I am not gonna be the good player of this game, and if I think I can take it on at this, I think this is gonna be good. One other thing, though. CMS pretty fair at 5K. MS. Like, milliseconds? Performance? I'm not sure what MS is standing for. Will you say that? What is MS? You say CMS. What is MS? Like milliseconds, like frame rate, or what? Because we're not doing optimization for frame rate right now. If that's what you mean. Give the impression or sensation of being something or having a particular quality. Oh, see, God, look. Let me show you what I see because of your. Just so you understand what I saw. This is what I see. I see C milliseconds. Just so we're clear, what I saw. I don't know why it's like this, but I saw C milliseconds. Okay. Just so you understand why. Why? Yeah, seems makes more sense. Seems pretty fair at 5K. Makes sense. I was like, what? Why are we talking about milliseconds? I'm not doing performance optimization. My brain is tired right now, and so I didn't even put together the fact that, oh yeah, there might have been a space, or it might be like together. Glad we figured that out. Glad that's sorted out. Yep. Okay. Before I go and to the next boss, I was thinking of adding a hit stop. I think it's called. I might be wrong in the name. Where when you hit something, it pauses for a brief moment, like the game fully pauses for a split second to make it feel like it's a bigger hit. And I feel like I should introduce that to some attacks in general, not all attacks. Because definitely we don't want every single enemy that does an attack like that to stop it. But maybe on the players at certain attacks, we can do that. Like on the right click attack, or on the left click attack, or left hold rather. How would we do this though? close the other tabs. Let's clean this up a little. We have this. We can attack. We have all of the stuff. We can do it on melee. The problem that can happen, though, and we'll need to work around it, is if you hit multiple enemies with a very slight delay between them, it could be just like real weird. But let's say we hit something. On you know what? On complete here. If this not empty. We can do it off of this. Let's do a custom event. Hit stop. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. We're gonna do time dilation. Set time. How do you do set time dilation? Hey Leo, how's it going? Dilation. Oh, set global time dilation. There it is. So we set it to 0, then we do a delay of, let's say, 0.1 second, and put it back to 1. Why can I not duplicate? Copy, paste. What? Sets global time dilation. I don't know why I could not copy it or duplicate it. Odd. There we go. And then on, thank you. Where was same copy paste bug? Oh, did you experience this where you can't copy paste? Odd. Let's see. Copy, paste. Yeah. That was the first time I've ever seen where I couldn't copy paste something. Because I just copy pasted just fine, which is really odd. But go back here. This is where we want to be. On trace attack, I'll just move it over here. Actually,
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
while ads are going, I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. After this, every attack will have time dilation, but I just want to test it. I want a good old-fashioned test. This is a good way of adding like making a hit feel impactful. That and things like screen shake and other stuff like that, of course. But if I don't want screen shake, this is a good way, I think. Okay. On true, hit stop. Well, I immediately realized as I was attacking, I'm like, wait, this is not gonna work. Because if the time is 0, then the delay doesn't trigger because the time is not moving. Wait, hold on, how do we do this? wait. How do you... Hold on, I think event tick still triggers, right? Like event tick still runs. Question in UI: if you had like hundreds of controllable units with health bars, is it better to have the widgets of the health bars in world or screen space? I think it depends on your camera and gameplay. If you have a lot of depth, right? Like vertical depth, things are like further away or closer to you. Having it in world space is nice because you can tell depth out. If you have so okay, in that if you have a top-down StarCraft like screen space wise might be better potentially, but also might be worse. And this is something you have to decide for yourself, because if you think of someone scaling down their screen to a tiny size, if you have screen size versus world size, right, it's gonna act a little different. Actually, if you have a consistent top down, I think it will still be consistent between the two. I don't think it would matter. I don't think it would actually matter for you. The screen size would also shrink down because the screen is smaller. Yeah, I think if you have a top down, I don't think it matters. Because you're not dealing with depth, you're not dealing with stuff like that. Yeah, so when you scale it down, world space or screen space will do the same thing. The hello has not stopped. Hello is still printing. So what we can do is set a variable time stop. Not time stop, hit stop. I mean, it's also time stop, but hit stop enabled. And then here we can do a branch on hit stop enabled. If it's enabled, two ones. Okay. Delay. Reset. Reset. How to transform a tick into non-tick. I mean, there's other ways of doing this, but I just want to see if it works. Does an event dispatcher work still? Yes, but the problem is I need time to continue. Oh wait, I did the stupid thing again. I did the stupid thing again. God, why did I do the stupid thing again? I put a delay back in. You can't use delay. God damn it. Oh, delay doesn't work. Let me put delay somewhere else. Oh, that'll do it. God damn it. Okay, tick time plus delta time in seconds. If this is greater or equal to let's say 0.1, then reset the time dilation and then turn off pit stop, which I also didn't do because I'm an idiot. Just do that. Timer does not work either. Basically, this no, timer does not work either. Because that's what I basically anything time related does not work. Because we have stopped time. The time speed is 0. So anything that goes off time is multiplied by this. Tick does not go off of time. Tick goes off of just your frame rate. That's why tick works. Tick is frames. It has nothing to do with time. It shows it has delta seconds, but that's how long it has been since the last frame. It is not a measurement of time in time. That's why tick still works. Well, it's supposed to. Oh. Why? Wait, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. Again, I'm an idiot. Yes, I am not updating the tick time with a new value. And checking that. Look, it's late. I have a headache at this point. I was considering calling it an early stream, but I pushed through. What's the problem now? Why is the number that small? Because delta seconds is still tiny. How many zeros were there? Oh. That's nah, 5. Two 5. Now we're getting there. This is a stupid number, but I mean, if it's gonna work. See, the delta seconds, it's odd that it prints what it does, because again, it's based off the frames. Why is it multiplying by, I guess, if it was multiplied by time, this number would not increase, but it does increase. So really, I question it, but. How do I feel about this? The left click shouldn't do that, but. Maybe a little long. One 5. Is there a way of setting an individual actor's time dilation? Yes. This is global. And if you do time dilation, you can do set global or set actor time dilation. So you can get it rather. If I get self set actor time dilation, set custom time dilation. That's what it is. Hey Hensley, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What's the game about? Binding of Isaac. Oh yeah, that feels like pretty good time. This game is a Binding of Isaac combined with 2.5D combined with Hades, and I'll show a quick thing. Quick little run into. It also has a deck builder where you can customize all the power-ups you bring. You have a chance of fighting in the run. It is a roguelike. Oh god, everything time dilates right now, so this it does not feel good. Not everything is supposed to time dilate yet. What happened to what happened to this? Why is it snow? Why did the textures download? I don't know. I don't care. It's late. I'm tired. I'm gonna add a setting that is gonna basically have a hit stop, for like heavier attacks, and we'll set that up tomorrow. We'll set that up tomorrow, because I am tired. My brain no longer functioning. My poor brain. It's had enough. It's had enough. But we finished the spider. Spider bus is done. It is now 4 phases. And honestly, with that more health, with the setting up the transitions and stuff. Yeah. I think it's in a good spot. So tomorrow we will do the hit stop stuff, and then we will move on to the next boss, which is going to be our I think Dragathrax, probably, which is going to be our little dino boss that currently brings down meteors from the sky, because I think that's kind of funny that a dinosaur has a like a comet or meteor ability. I think that's funny, and so I'm gonna do it. And then we'll also probably then start introducing things like screen shake for when it hits and other stuff. Yeah. What's the boss's name? Dragathrax. The boss's name is Dragathrax. The boss we just worked on was a giant spider. The last boss is Steel Claw. If you have any questions or concerns about the name, please direct them to ChatGPT. Thank you very much. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.